Okay. All right, we're good to go, guys. Um, that's what I think too. Hopefully you're watching the game now because you get to watch your team play without you. So that's the thing, guys. Like, you got teammates here, I got to show up for them. Um, we're an hour behind, so should have showed up on time. So, anyways, you're getting into the picks and bans here. Um, the Aurelia is pretty standard. I think Best Book Club's probably scared of not so long ago's Aurelia. He plays a good bit of Aurelia, and he's probably one of their stronger players. I think the top matchup should be interesting. I know Zeta's one of Best Book Club's stronger players up top lane, so should be a good bit of action up there, I would think.
Ooh, and we do see Anivia and we do see Twitch coming down. I'm pretty sure Anivia is for Mimi. He is pretty well known for his it's pretty well known for his mid lane Anivia. And
we
I'm,
do.
I'm
I
not gonna
think
lie, it's pretty good.
something to note here too is we do have some subs on Best Book Club, and I think solo also. I know that, let's see, Kitchen and Leo Panther are the two subs for Best Book Club, and I believe DJ Koopa and Strider are the other two for solo.
I wasn't actually too good there for the process, so I'll take your word on that one.
It was a rough one, but we're started, so it's all good now. Um, Interesting bans here that, they did a few target bans, but that still leaves open a lot of the, I guess, considered strong champions. You still got Shen, Blitz support out there, Thresh. You got a couple of like the mainstream bans still open. So they really went with some pretty big target bans here. Let's see. This is the first pick, Leona. Looks like they'll grab their support here, and that's pretty much just going to open up to an aggressive bot lane right away. So we'll see how
Yeah,
BBC
definitely.
counters this.
And also, they let the timers go down, so they're really discussing what they really want here. They're not
Yeah.
taking any chances at the finals, to make sure that you win this. And you got to make sure you get every second in to talk strategy and talk everything that you want.
Yeah, and again, they do have the new players, so they're probably doing a lot of talking, I would think here. And you're right, this is one game away from the finals here. So, and not to say that if they lose they can't make it, but it's just a harder road to get back up there. Looks like I got a Wukong lock in. That's an interesting pick. You don't see a lot of Wukong anymore. Still a very strong champion though, I think. And then Zyra. Got the support and possibly jungler top laner, although Wukong's been seeing a little bit of mid lane too, but I don't think that Mimi plays a lot of that, so it probably could be one of Leo's champs top.
Yeah, and it's really good that they decided to go with the Zyra here. Zyra does offer really good disengage, and if Leona decides to put any kind of wards into the bush, Zyra can just use her seeds to check out every single like every brush that needs to be checked, and Phantom will not have the chance to really go in there all in and do what he has to do, and it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, you're right. I like that pick with Zyra because Leona's just gonna then get full on engaged and go all in, and Zyra puts that ult down, can put down some really heavy damage, especially early game.
And we do see the Sejuani pick up here. Sejuani has been one of those champions that has been banned a lot this tournament as well. She provides so much CC and just initiate with her Q and her ultimate, just really locking down. And I can see oh, they're going for the
They
really
are.
strong AoE comp on the soloist challenger here with the Kennen pickup.
So far, they've got a lot of heavy CC right now, and you've got AoE CC too. Leona's ult, Sejuani ult, Kennen ult. Their wombo combo is going to be pretty dangerous if BBC's not careful here.
No, I wouldn't be surprised to see an MF coming out for soloist challenger. That's one of the big, she has that big bullet time ulti that just really synergizes with every one of the champions that have been picked so far.
We might see a rise here. You got a Tristana locked in. So that's not a bad bot lane there. It's pretty good against Leona. I mean, you almost need an escape, so it's running cleanse right now, so that's going to be very good for final. It looks like Rise will be the... Nope. The last minute switch to Annie. This will be interesting. You don't see much Annie anymore.
Yeah, and actually, Best Book Club has a really good AoE comp as well. They have the Wukong Initiate, and they have the Zyra, Strangle Thorns that can just knock everyone up into the air, and then the Tibbers to follow along with that. So this is a really strong team as well.
Looks like there's some chat going on about maybe locking in Ringar for not so long ago, so let's see if he picks it. He's doing a little, I think, trolling right now, but
Oh, please, Heimerdinger.
I'd love to see a Heimerdinger. That would make this match. Sins, Volibear, yeah, just keep switching champions. I think the Annie's not a bad pickup, though. It might help slow down the Wombo combo if Annie's able to get her AoE Tibber stun off. But they actually, both teams have a pretty strong Wombo combo. If Wukong hits that ulti right on top of Tibbers and Zyra's ult, yep, there's the Ringar.
Yeah, he definitely showed that he was a dominating force in one of the previous matches where he played Rengar and literally just kept, one of the teams on their toes just over and over, just split pushing and just being that dominating force top lane.
Might see an Aatrox. Tryndamere, yeah, Zeta's pretty much, I would call him a Tryndamere main. So you want your best on best top lane. And it looks like they may end up doing that. We'll see what happens here, but I think, I guess the island, the lonely island up there is just going to worry about themselves and let the Wombo combos and bot lane and mid and just do their thing. Because Ringar, he's great when he's fed, but his I guess, niche and great pick is that he can push top lane and just drop towers as fast as any champion in the game. So he may be, most of the time, it's better served sitting top lane and pushing.
Oh my gosh, I just realized this is an AD cannon. This is not an AP cannon.
It is. You're right, that is AD Cannon. Huh.
Oh my gosh.
I can't
This is
believe I
going
didn't
to be
notice that
interesting.
one. We got the Vlad pick.
I thought it was gonna go mid.
I think Zeta's going to be careful here. Rengar is so much stronger than him early game, but if he can survive the lane phase, Zeta is going to outscale him, I think, by a lot. But that level 1 through about 7 on Vlad is going to be a little dangerous, so he's got to be careful there. He does have the ability to kind of dodge a lot of Rengar's damage with his pull, but it might be tough. And they have elected to go for the double AP comp here. I think it'll be interesting to see. We have a Wukong jungle, and you don't see that much anymore. He's one of those champions in the jungle that's not great at anything, but he's not bad at anything either. He's a pretty balanced champion, and he does provide a lot of CC when it comes to team fights. So,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. It's gonna be interesting to see the Wukong, just cloning into a lane. I'm pretty sure it's gonna, the ganks that are coming from Wukong are gonna definitely have to be the ones that come through lane because that clone will provide at least 1 and 1.5 second of invisibility, and with that invisibility, he can use it to really just close the gap and get in there and just knock everyone up. So, I'm gonna be really excited to see some Invisa clone ganks.
I really like BBC's team comp, though, if they can execute it properly. The Vlad Annie combo could be pretty devastating, especially with a Zyra ult on top of it. And Wukong rushing in there. I mean, if they get Solo at the wrong time and grouped up, it's going to be dangerous for them.
Yeah, and for Solo's challenger, the Kassadin pickup really good against Annie. Annie is one of those champs that, Kassadin doesn't really have to fear that much, especially once they hit 6. Kassadin can just, rift walk away whenever he feels there's danger coming his way, and just throwing a silence at Annie will, cut off some of the time on her stun. If she throws that Tibbers down, or if she throws a Q at Kassadin, all Kassadin has to do is, quickly throw out his silence, and then that's 2 seconds mitigated off of the stun. You okay there?
Sorry for the loud door in the background.
You okay there?
Our house likes to have a wind draft, so when you shut the door, it seems to slam. I just got murdered. Yeah, sorry. I dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be one of those. So the top lane is gonna be really, really fun to watch. But I do see that if the Kassadin can get, just get himself snowballing and get himself going, it's gonna be really, really tough for best book club because that Kassadin is just so annoying in extended fights where he just rift walks into the back, kills off somebody, and then just bones out, and then just waits around a little bit more, and then just rift walks in again. So we're gonna see if this can. No, we got two kind of assassin-y type champions here on the soloist challenger team.
There is, but there's also kill potential mid. I mean, we were talking about the matchup with Annie and Cassidy, but I wouldn't say that Eddie doesn't have kill potential there either. Cassidy will have to be careful with it. The matchup's definitely in Cassidy's favor there.
Yeah, definitely the passive that gives 15% reduced magic damage is huge. It looks like we're gonna go into the game.
Here we go.
So, I'm betting you, soloist challenger has more skins.
I don't know. Well, I don't know the other people there. BBC's been doing a good job of it though, so we'll see.
I've only lost the bet. I've only lost bet once.
I'm going with BBC. For the load, there it goes. One skin.
Does traditional Sejuani count?
No.
Oh damn! I've lost twice now.
Look at that.
You fucking screwed up my record.
Well, I guess I don't know if traditional Sejuani counts. You'll have to ask Chad on that one. I definitely like BBC's skins better though.
Yeah, I like the Rocket Girl, Tristana, and the General Wukong.
Yep, saying -1 skin on traditional actually, so you pretty much got stomped there. Looks like a 3-1. Oh, there's 3 counts.
Counts for half.
It looks like you still lose either way.
Yeah, I do. It's a close battle.
Alright, let me fix the team names. I think I've got them reversed here. I want to make it look good. It's close enough. Well, we got 94%, 98. We're almost in game here.
Move the best book club a little bit.
Yeah,
up.
working on it.
My OCD is like...
It's easier to see when we actually get in game, too. Alright.
There we go.
That look pretty good. Only move one. Everybody happy? Or enough people happy?
Everyone's happy.
Close enough. Let me get chat out.
Yeah. Don't forget to move the
People.
the champions.
Got it. Alright, done.
Damn, dude. I don't even want to watch
sorry.
I don't even want to watch the spectate anymore. I just want to look at the skin overlay that we have.
Oh yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah. Big shout out to Kiri right there doing a really good job of the skin overlay.
Looks like we might just see some safety here. Like I said, there's 2 ways to react to this being the first game of the championship, or I guess 1 game away from championship is overly aggressive or passive, and I think both teams are respecting each other, it looks like here. They're pretty spread out across the map. BBC's doing a little moving at their blues. Solo's pretty stuck. Doesn't look like they're moving much. I think they like where they're at right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Playing it safe is usually the best option. You know, if you can always try to take that risk, but you know, if it turns out bad for you, or if you don't do it early enough, it's just it'll
Yeah.
put you so far behind, and it just drops your morale.
Especially with Sejuani. The only team I would see that might invade here would have been Best Book Club, but they do have a couple new members with their jungler, so I think they just want to make sure that he gets off to a good start here.
So I'm really excited for this jungle Wukong. I'm pretty much one of the pioneers of jungle Wukong. I did it in season. I did it in season 1. I'm not gonna lie, hipster right here.
Oh, sorry, sound's off. Sorry guys, I think I turned game sound off.
So we do see Wukong getting his blue buff just a little bit earlier, so he's gonna be able to head over to his red buff, and hopefully see if he can make something happen top lane.
Just a little bit of trading going on mid there. Maybe putting some good damage though. He said I'm not going to be pushed around early game.
And he wants to make sure he doesn't let that Caston get any leeway at all.
Looking at builds here too, an interesting choice on bot lane. Kennen started with a Doran shield. You do not set much on AD carries.
Yeah, that's definitely a very interesting pickup.
And it does give him the option to start with a health potion there too, so it's not all bad, but it's definitely an interesting choice.
Yeah, and I feel like he's definitely going to try to make use of Kennen's really good base magic damage. You know, most AD carries do not have any kind of sort of magic resistance. So opting for this Doran shield to survive longer in lane, have that health regen and that armor, and just going off
So
of
they're going to go in here.
base damage. Oh, it looks like Tristana jumping straight in, Barry getting popped off of Kennen. Exhaust going down on Tristana. Tristana going so low right now. Exhaust coming down on the Kennen as well. Tristana having to force to flash out right there. It looks like that was interesting.
Oh, and the pause. Both AD carries are so low here. I wonder if somebody's having some connection issues or something.
Now, I do kind of want to talk about the framework of this fight right now. If you look at it, both Tristana and Zyra are actually really, really close to each other. So we have Leona in the fray right now. The problem is Kennen is really, really far behind at the back over here near his minions, and Leona is gonna at level 2. Leona's not that tanky, so there are 6 minions piled on top of Leona. If her cooldowns come off, just the right time right now, and she can throw the E onto Tristana, she can possibly get the kill. But if she doesn't have any cooldown, if she all things on cooldown, this is going to be really, really scary
It
situation.
looks like he's got 2 seconds on the dash, or 2 to 3. It's kind of flickering back and forth.
Yeah, so I think right now he wants that right now. He just wants to go.
We're back in.
Nope.
He just backed off. Both teams thought some strategy was going to take place there, but playing it safe again.
Oh, it's like, and Kennen just flashing straight in.
Oh,
we're gonna get the first blood. That was a really, really risky rocket jump that Tristana tried to pull to try and win back that trade, but to no avail.
He jumped right into the auto attack of Leona too. Looks like both junglers are heading top here. Might see some action. It is warded though, but I think Sejuani's setting up for a counter gank just in case.
Oh,
bot lane again.
It looks like Zyra gets caught and has to force to flash. Vlad getting ganked as well, having to pull out and using ghosts, and it will just be fine. So wow, there's a lot of action going on in just the first 4 minutes of the game. We've already seen ganks and we've already seen a first blood come out.
Zayn says he's not done yet either. Oh, yeah, just out of range of the charge. I think they're really trying to get Ringar, or not so long that lead up there early. That'll probably make life a lot easier for his ganking and what lanes he can actually focus on.
Yeah, he's just being a lane bully right now and just jumping around in those bushes. He's showing Garen a new way of bush camping.
But both of them do still have their ignites up. Obviously, not so long has his ignite, but his flash up also. Oh, Mimi's really really low here too. You might want to be careful.
Oh,
Oh, well, jungle
like,
action.
It looks like Zane catches Wukong in the jungle. He has to use his clone. Oh, going so low, 300 HP right here. He decides to back off. Doesn't want to deal with the bot lane coming down. It looks like not so long ago, just gonna jump straight onto Vladimir, doing some good harass, forcing the flash on Leo Panther.
And it's like Kitchen going to DJ Koopa down there. Oh, 1v1 support duel. Or support and AD. I think Zyra has so much damage early, he might be careful on that one too.
And Tristana's early game damage isn't something to be laughed at either.
No.
She does really good damage, early game with the, like I said, the magic damage, the base magic damage is really, really strong. Oh, and it looks like Cassin just jumping straight in, flash, ignite coming down, forcing Mimi to flash out of there as well, getting the ignite.
Oh, the last tick!
And kills him as well.
Is it lagging?
I think it's fine.
Is it? Okay. It depends on who it is.
Like, a little bit twitchy, but
It'll
whatever.
Alright. Well, looks like the gold's still pretty even despite that 2-kill lead there. Only up about 400, and I'd say it's mainly on CS. Vlad's doing an excellent job with CS top lane right now. He's gonna beat 37 to 24. Mid's up 16. Bot lane's pretty even though. Kitchen is just hitting these roots over and over.
Yeah, he's making Phantom's life not easy at all.
Lane does some heavy poke on him.
But he is gonna have to watch out. His mana is is lower and lower, so he's not gonna wanna throw too many of those out anymore.
DJ Koopa's already got that Vamp Scepter, so he's gonna be able to stay in lane a little longer now too. Especially since
because he doesn't.
Well, he's got Leona too.
I think you're
That's
talking
fine.
about it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to sustain with Leona because he doesn't. Actually, both of them do. Good trade here.
Oh, looks like the ultimate coming down. Slicing Maelstrom in. Cleanse coming down on the final Valkyrie. He's gonna try to just get away from this. And looks like they're just gonna go for really, really big damage on each other right now.
There's still some kill potential there for both of them, I think.
So as I was saying, Kennen is, just as you said, he could stay in lane for a long time with that Vamp Setter, but also he can stay in lane because he doesn't use any resources. He just uses energy.
The final looks like he's doing a pretty good job of managing his mana also, and it's probably smart against the Kennen. He knows he has to do that. Looks like Wukong's donating his blue. I bet mid's probably close to heating up here. Both mids are level 7 now and have their ultras, which is going to make a huge difference for them.
Oh, you see the Stranglethorns coming down, but not able to knock up anything. Zyra is just being a man right here, just going in. Oh, but we do see Sodrani coming in from the back. Looks like she's gonna try for a lane gank. Looks like Leona's going in, Xena's playing into the solar flare and gets so much damage on DJ Koopa getting the last strike. And looks like Zane's not finished yet, going in with the red buff and the perma slow and giving DJ Koopa the chance. Oh,
Phantom picks it up. Phantom said, I'm not letting you get away from this one. That was two great ults there. Leona had a nice engage with the Zenith blade there, and then followed up with Sejuani ult. It's tough to get out of there. Leo taking a little too much damage there. I don't think that's a good trade for him there.
Yeah, just taking one extra tower hit, it wasn't necessary, but eh.
Yeah, towers still do a lot of damage early, and especially when he doesn't have much armor yet.
Oh, looks like Zayn coming in from the back on Mimi. Mimi throws down the Tibbers. Tibbers doing a lot of damage to
He's gonna pick up a kill here.
Going down, but it looks like Zayn's just gonna pick that up with his red buff.
Oh, barely makes it out alive. And that's something they'll have to be aware of also, is Annie gets stronger. Annie does have that double kill potential if Tibbers and all her spells are hit correctly.
Yeah, that was a very scary situation. If I were to cast it in, I'd probably build up some fast MR here. He's gonna need it.
This top matchup is something I didn't quite see. It's not hugely tipped in one person's favor just yet, but I didn't know that Vlad was able to farm the way he was. I thought you'd be seeing a lot more kills going on top lane than you are too. So Zeta's doing a nice job of not letting Not So Long Ago just do what he wants on Ringar, which is what he's been able to do these past few games of the tournament. Looks like some heavy damage going on Koopa, and Wukong's showing up down bot too, but he's sitting right on a ward, I believe.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get anything out of this unless Keechin gets a really good root on. It looks like Valkyrie just gonna go straight into the fray. Oh, so much damage coming down. Solar Flare trying to save DJ Koopa, but DJ Koopa just gets smashed. And it looks like Stranglethorn is coming down onto Phantom. Phantom still, that's playing out Leona, still fairly tanky. So not gonna be able to, not gonna take too much damage from that.
Yeah, I don't know if they were trying to bait something out there and thought they could maybe waste Wukong's time a little more, but they pretty much underestimated his gap closer and what he can do out of the jungle there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I don't think they were expecting that Tristana was going to initiate that one into them. And, just rocket jumping straight in, putting the slow onto Kennen. Kennen cannot just use Lightning Rush to get out. He's going to be still somewhat slowed, and Zyra just landing the perfect route onto him.
I thought BBC was going to try and set up a dragon there, but I believe Wukong was just a little too low to tank it. And they don't quite know where Sejuani is. They do now, but that's something to always be worried about with that ulti of Sedge's. Oh, we got a 3-man gank coming mid.
Oh, it looks like Not So Long Ago they're just going to dive straight into the fray. Glacial Prison and everything coming down. Jeez,
that's not fair.
You can't do that to a little girl. That's not... It looks like bottom lane right here, just a Buster Shot's going to come out just to peel for Tristana, making sure that Leona doesn't, put any more CC onto her. So really good, map pressure just everywhere. Sejuani, even Rengar coming from the top lane to help out his mid laner. He sees that mid laner's having a little bit of trouble, so he comes in and they just completely annihilate Annie. And looks like they're gonna get the dragon.
I think Solo might pick up a free dragon here. You see Wukong top, so there's no smite threat, and yeah, this will be an easy pickup for them.
Yeah, this is definitely a really good call. And 13 minutes into the game, 190 gold is not to be scoffed at.
Yeah, that first dragon is pretty much puts a huge tip on some of these, I guess, the lanes that even, top lane's pretty even up there. This really could help out Ringar a lot. And especially that gank he just did mid, that was a smart play by him. He's like, I'm farming top, nothing's really going on, so let me hit mid.
Oh, it looks like Vlad and Rengar are going to have their own little battle up here. Rengar are going to take the Hemoplague to the face, but Zeta is just going to take... Oh, he's going to ghost out.
He was chasing. Neither one of them wanted any part of that one.
Yeah. You see Zeta is actually holding his own very well. He brought Rengar down to just about 10% of his health.
Yeah, both of them are, I guess, showing up today. That's a big lane up top. And I know a lot of people have seen Solo's Ringar. It's a bit scary. Yeah, Zeta might have had some kill potential there, but I think he's, like I said, I think he's definitely respecting Not So Long Ago. So, Wukong decided not to give blue this time. I think that's probably a smart choice, knowing how much they're sitting on Mimi mid lane.
Yeah, he's just gonna take that for himself and catch up in levels a bit. And DJ Koopa adding a really, really good harass.
I think they're going for a dive here.
Ooh, but it looks like Leopan is just going to jump straight into the fray. Knocking and spinning to win right there, but looks like he's not going to be able to do enough. So he's just going to back out of there quickly.
Look at Zay and Nasalongo pounding on this top tower. Might be careful there. Vlad's ult's not quite up, so the kill potential's probably not there yet, but it's probably up in about 20 seconds, it looks like. Oh. Maybe look like we might have messed up spell combination there mid.
Looks like Zayn just getting caught a little bit out of position.
Vlad's ult is almost up.
Vlad is just really putting the hurt on. He is able to just 2v1. That spellvamp really showing. Oh, looks like he's going to get Glacial Prison out. Oh, he's going to pool. And looks like Zayn's going to force to be flashed out of there.
Oh!
And he actually picks up the kill, but Tower is going to pick him up. Now on bottom lane, we get an exhaust onto Kennen. Oh my gosh, so much damage coming down. He goes down. Phantom, will they continue this chase? No, they're just going to be happy with the 1-for-0 exchange.
This game is so even. I think BBC just pulled ahead just a little bit on that exchange there, but it's only a 200 gold difference, it looks like right now. This is what we wanted to see out of the winner's bracket teams here. This has been a good match so far. Let's hope they can keep it going. It looks like BBC is letting their Vlad farm, which might work really well into their team comp favor.
Yeah, we just have so much non-stop action coming down. We get ganks on top lane, and then we get 2v2 fights on the bottom lane, just erupting everywhere.
I think Wukong's trying to set something up here mid, and you know, Cassin's just such a tough one to gank. Oh, we got Ringar coming too, maybe. They might be doing a 3-man gank again mid.
Oh, but Nasalongo is sitting on a ward actually,
Yeah.
but he's gonna go on the hunt right now.
And the pings are going out.
Right away.
Waste of an ulti. Yeah, they saw that one. That was a good job by that ward placement. I'm not sure who put that one down, but that's exactly what you want there. He wasted some time and an ult, and Vlad's meanwhile is just sitting up there farming top lane. Finally,
right
Keechin
now,
down there. Still putting some damage on Koopa bot lane.
Yeah, Exeter right now has the advantage on the top lane. Oh, it looks like Leo Panther actually but he's gonna use a Cyclone, knocking up both of the enemy team, but it looks like he's just gonna get and flash out of there. He does not want any more part of that. And it looks like DJ Kuba getting jumped on again. So the Stranglethorn is coming down, but the directed camera is gonna send us to the top lane. Hemo play coming down not so long ago. Exeter just ghosted and tracing right in and actually getting that kill. Very, very good.
Best
looks like Mimi's gonna get caught too. Flashes out. Can he get out of this one? No. Looks like Strider is just gonna pick this one up for himself.
I wanted to talk about something that happened there, but just so much is going on I couldn't even stop. I wanted to say how much Leo had a great clone there, and Cassin and Sedge put a lot of damage onto his clone, so he avoided that, but Zayn's just so tanky right now. I mean, just those two items, he realized he couldn't do too much damage to him, and he had to back off there. But great job, Zeta, top lane. He caught Ringar, pushed out a little bit, and put some heavy damage on him. And bot lane, of course, I mean, Final exploded DJ Koopa down there.
Yeah, but as we can see here, Vlad is just getting all that farm, and he's really, really putting the pressure on the top lane. Now it's the Vlad show right here. He's going to be the one dictating the top lane and where it's going to be going. So if he wants to just keep pushing out, and as long as he has Ghost up and wards out, he can pretty much just keep split pushing over and over and over, and show not so long ago give not so long ago a taste of his own medicine. But it looks like Strider just gonna rift walk straight into the fight. Mimi Love just doesn't want any of this right now. He's just gonna walk away. But it looks like he actually gets the stun off on Strider. He knows that Leo Panther's close by. Leo Panther jumps in, but Strider's just gonna rift walk out. And like you said, it's so hard to get Cassidon.
Yeah, right now BBC has the objective advantage here, but mid lane's gonna be tough because they've spent a lot of time mid. Zayn has with Sejuani and Ringar, so. Mid tower's gonna be a little harder to get, but Cassin's, despite the low CS, is still on the verge of being pretty strong. He's building for late game damage with the tier and the catalyst. Oh, Zane's setting up in a gank bot lane. He is sitting on a ward though, but I don't know if BBC
Oh, looks like
anyone's
not so
close
long
enough.
ago just jumping straight into the frame. Mimi Love taking so much damage, and looks like not so long ago just gonna take that one for himself.
And there's the danger of Rengar. You can only ward so many places, and that ult comes in. Leo trying to do a little stealth gank of his own there, but didn't last quite long enough. And Dragon's sitting up here again. This is going to be a 4v5 though. BBC will have to be careful here.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really strange. It looks like Strider actually getting caught out right here. Wukong just applying so much damage coming down to him. Exita putting the Hemo play onto 3 enemy players, doing a really good job right there. And it looks like Leopold is just gonna do over and over, but DJ Koopa getting caught out. And it looks like Tristana gonna pick up a kill for herself as well. DJ Koopa running away as fast as he can, as fast as those little mouse feet will take him.
Looks like Rengar's just going to recall right in the middle of their jungle. He's going back in, but he's on a ward. I think he's trying to stop Dragon here, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that. They know he's there too.
He sees Annie coming.
Yeah.
Oh, even Exita's coming.
Yeah, he's got a flash. Oh, and maybe he's still going in.
Oh!
So the bear owns the cat. Mimi just exploded Rengar there with dropping timbers on him.
Yeah, he's saying, this is for all the times you've been ganking me. I'm gonna get my revenge.
That probably felt good for Mimi there. And they did pick up mid tower and a dragon. That gold lead just really took a jump there. You know, it's so even all game. They were up by about 2k right before that dragon fight in tower.
Yeah, and this just really shows how much, Vlad was a dominance on the top lane and how much he's really bringing to the team. When Vlad gets, the items that he needs and how much, he's the strength that he brings with that Hemo play, just everyone doing so much extra damage to the enemy. Like, it's not something to be overlooked. We do see Tristana up down here getting, she has gotten the farm and she has gotten a lot of kills. So she already picked up that Infinity Edge.
Wukong may want to start. He looks like he's got some damage. He may need to be working towards some tankiness after this. We'll see what he does, but he's just such a strong initiator if he can stay alive long enough to ult people. And they do have, I like BBC's team comp right now because they do have a lot of strong initiations. They've got, Zyra ult if she catches him on a root, it's kind of a soft initiation. And Annie's Tibbers is so huge.
Might go in here. Down fire, but it looks like nothing's going to really happen. Strider just wants to get out of here.
I think Rengar's trying to see if he can clean something up there, but both teams decide to back off. Yeah, and Vlad's picked up that Zhonya's too, and it's only 24 minutes in. That's going to make him hard to take down. I know he's got that bound on his head too. Not so long ago I was waiting in the bush to see if he could pick somebody off and bait him into getting that farm, but they're not biting on that one. They've got a 4v5 mid. They gotta do something quick though, because Rengar, once he hits that tower, it's gonna drop.
Yeah, he's going for that split push again that he's been so known for doing. But it looks like they're gonna send the people that are needed to go stop him right now. And hopefully he gets out of here this one. He's gotta run.
Yeah, and the hard thing here is, Vlad's so strong, but they want him in team fights, but he might be the only one that can actually stop Rengar at the same time. I wouldn't put Wukong up against him, and he definitely not. And Triss, probably not either. You need Tristan in the fights, so if he keeps split pushing, he may force Vlad to sit top and let his team do the work.
That is really something that's gonna hurt, Best Book Club here, because Exita has brought so much to the team because of how farmed he is and how strong he is. If Rengar's gonna constantly be forcing him back up to the top lane, he's not gonna be able to apply as much pressure and have as much presence in the fights that he's brought.
I think both teams are a little unsure what to do at the moment. They're just going to pick up red buff and see what they can do here. I think they're trying to get this mid down with Vlad pushing top. Just see if they can suffocate, put a little pressure on him. There's a lot of wards sitting in that bush right now. I think Solo's got to figure something out here. If they let him just keep farming and pushing him in, BBC is definitely going to end up taking this one in the long run. I don't think you want the game to go on that long, but they've already got the gold lead too. I think
But they are still sitting comfortably on a 7K lead.
That's what I'm saying. They have the lead. There's no, they don't want to do anything crazy here. And also in the same retrospect, Solo's worried if that Wombo come because they know they have the lead. They have the ability to do the same back to him, but here we go.
Slicing Maelstrom coming down onto Leopanther. Leopanther getting the Glacial Prison knocked into him as well. Permafrost coming down. He is going to get really, really slow. Diving straight back in, hoping to get DJ Koopa. DJ Koopa not going to take it. But Timber's actually going to come down, and Mimi Lelo is going to pick that one up real, real fast.
Oh, no, final.
Valkyrie actually getting caught out. Will Mimi also go down here? No, they do not have the CCs for this. But it looks like Strider's just going to keep chasing. He doesn't care. He's going to flash and rift walk in. Oh, the Solar Flare coming down, slowing Mimi. And Mimi's just, she's going down. There's nothing you can do about here.
Yeah. I was a little worried at first they blew 2 ults just to take down Wukong, but it didn't matter because they just kept coming in one by one, and Strider called out Final there, and Phantom and Strider called out Final coming down to help out his teammate.
Yeah, so again, not so long ago, just, you know, when he sees something going on, he just pushes.
Oh yeah.
But looks like actually this is gonna be better for the Soloist Challenger team. They're gonna get 2 turrets out of this, whereas again, not so long ago, forced Vlad to the top lane, and he provided, you know, absolutely no teamfight presence.
Vlad was able to pick up the turret up there, but see if not so long we can get out of this situation here. This is gonna be a tough one. Another free dragon down there bot lane, unwarded.
And I really, really like, you know, just the strategy behind what not so long ago did. He saw that he forced Exita top. And then he sees everyone converging at the bottom. So what does he do? He goes straight to the mid lane fight because his team is able to clean up everything. He goes mid lane, grabs 2 of the turrets, and then forces Wukong to chase him towards top lane. And then allowing his 3 teammates on the bottom lane to come over, grab Dragon, and then get out.
You're right. That's a great play by him. That's almost taking his team on the back. That's one of those things that might go unnoticed, but he knew he couldn't push against Vlad top lane. So when there's a fight bot lane, he takes mid, and then they allow them to get bot tower while he got 2 mid and a dragon on top of it. So that's a lot of gold. They're still down a bit, but it was able to bring them back within 3K. So, and it gave them a little confidence to know that they actually can fight this. But maybe BBC will wisen up here and realize that their strength isn't by themselves; it's when they team fight. They've pretty much based their team comp around AoE ultis, so they need to take advantage of that and keep using it. Or just keep letting Final farm.
yeah, seriously. Yeah, the problem was that Leopanther got caught out trying to take out DJ Koopa. And then, you know, he used AoE, and then Annie came down and had to throw Tibbers on only one person. I mean, she actually got the kill, but, you know, Cassidin and everyone came down, and then Tristana was caught with no peel. So it was just all around a bad situation for them.
Yeah, and I like what they were thinking, trying to help your teammates, but they just took a little wrong pathing to do so.
Yeah, so again, not so long ago in the top lane, just being such a big annoyance, he's gonna draw Exita up top again. No, maybe he's gonna draw.
They're gonna let Vlad teamfight. I think Wukong can hold this off. They've got the turn anyways. That's got to be so frustrating for him, though. There's not really much you can do to stop him. I mean, if you go up there and waste your time, he just ults and runs away.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get caught out right there. It's like Exita taking a bunch of hurt right there, takes the silence to the face. Oh no, DJ Koopa, are you gonna go? It looks like Final Valkyrie gonna flash out of there, gonna be just fine. Stranglethorn's coming down, making sure that he can get out of there. But Leo Panther taking full brunt of this damage here. Zane just coming up with this big... Oh my gosh, Strider coming from the side, getting some really good damage. The Rift Walk coming in. Exita throws down the Emo Plate, but he gets exhausted, has to pull out. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out either. Zonya's going to delay his life being taken.
Two Zonyas out there.
Like Mimi Love's also going to use hers. Oh, it's not going to happen. Final Valkyrie, don't want to show yourself there.
Oh!
Strider's just going to come over the wall and pick him off too.
That is a 5-for-0 exchange for Solo as challenger. Well, it couldn't have asked for a better fight.
Again, not so long ago, just being in that top lane, just being so disruptive, forcing, Best Blood Club to just go back and deal with him, and then getting caught out of position when they were in a 3v4 situation right there. So good, very good props just big props to Solo's challenger.
Yeah, they really got split out there. They just kept catching him in 1v2, 2v1 fights, 3v2. It just never was a good matchup for BBC there.
And again, as I was saying about the Cassidy just offering so much in terms of assassination. You saw right there, he chased after someone in the mid lane, and then he just appeared over in a team fight near the red buff. It was just, he just instantly came in, killed somebody, and then again, Tristana over the wall. He didn't have to wait, he just, bam, you see someone attack, you see that person that low attacking, you just go straight in. He had no fear.
Looking at the item builds here, you have a Bulwark on Sejuani, and you don't have one on BBC yet. It looks like there's a couple trying to make it, well, I think Zyra's trying to pick it up, but I think that's really going to make a big difference in these team fights right now. Sejuani made it a priority to pick it up as his third item there because, he knew he was facing that AoE team confidence. And I think that they need to pick that up before they think about some serious team fighting right now. Because you see the gold lead, we're back even. I mean, they were down, 7, almost 8K, and now we're even gold.
And yeah, the problem is, Solo's challenger knows, Exita is a big threat. If we go into team fights right now, we are going to get kind of screwed. They're going to just line up all their combos and we're going to get hurt. So what do? They just, not so long ago, just keep going to the top lane, and just making sure to be a big annoyance. And it looks like Leo Panther just going to go straight into the fray with the Cyclone, but he's only going to knock up Casted. Casted's going to walk right out.
Yeah, I think he was trying to make a play there, but that could be part of the substitutes. They're not quite on the same page just yet. Because the rest of the team was kind of backing off, a little unsure. BBC's got to be a little more decisive. The same thing's been happening not so long ago, just messing him up. He's up there just pushing top lane. They're like, what do we do? Who do we send up there? And by the time they figure it out, they've all backed off, and he's taken a tower already. So it looks like they might be doing the Baron dance too. Rengar, they're gonna send Rengar bot maybe.
Hopefully they get the pink ward onto here. They threw the pink ward into a different bush. And I'm not sure if that was the right idea. Not so long ago in the bottom lane, but I'm pretty sure that the Solo's challenger has wards and they know.
Yeah, they see him coming. He has a pink ward. I'm not sure why he hadn't thrown it down just yet, but I guess because they have it all warded, they know when they're coming that way.
Yeah, but what you do see is that Solo's challenger is constantly going to that Baron and forcing 4 enemy teams to come over, and then not so long ago just pushes the bot lane.
They finally decided to send Zeta up against Rengar. He's going to stop that split push. Because Rengar knows I don't think he can fight Vlad just yet.
Yeah, Vlad is just, you see how far he's chased Rengar out of there. And Rengar does not want any part of fighting Vlad at the moment. He still isn't sure of how much he can do, or if he can even fight Vlad at all at this moment. So he's going to play it safe.
Yeah, he's just hanging out right there. He's not going anywhere. They've decided their strategy is he's going to push that lane, And so that's definitely going to sit Vlad down there. I think I'd like to see an Oracles get picked up here by either Zyra or Wukong, because if they want to defend that Baron, they're going to have to know exactly where they are right now. they've been being called out over and over. Oh, there's the Oracle. See, that should help them out a lot, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna give him a lot more map presence and take back their jungle with that. And he just has to make sure to go back and clear out the wards.
Also this mid inhibitor is down, so you have that pushing. It's going to force one person to at least stop it, from going all the way to your Nexus. And it's putting them into a pretty good fight because they do have a very hard initiation with Zayn and Leona's ultis there too.
Actually, not so long ago, not able to push out as much as he wants to.
Yeah,
he's
Zayn
gonna be careful here.
pushing out. He says, "I'm tired of you." He's just gonna keep running at him. And there's really nowhere else for Rengar to push right now. I mean, like I said, mid's already down. It's pushing, so that's gonna force him into that lane. Like I said, Zeta's tired of this. But you see the rest of the team coming down. They might bait Zeta into something he doesn't want here. His pings are going out, but looks like they back off. I think they're going to try and pick up this dragon instead.
Yeah, they're just going to make sure that they get this free global gold here.
Yeah, and that's another thing to note too. We do have it was even the gold lead. However, you do have these super minions coming into the base, so they're able to give them a little extra gold. It's kind of a trade-off. You have a little extra gold, but you also have super minions in your base that push a lot harder. So it's kind of
uses a lot of map presence.
Yeah, it's kind of jumped up here a little more, but that dragon definitely put it a lot closer. And right now, I don't think gold lead's a concern. It's more of the team fights and executing your strategy.
Yeah, and I feel like Solo's Challenger really should start team fighting a lot more now. Take it to the middle and him and try and get something there, because as the game goes on, this is gonna favor Best Book Club. They have the Wukong initiate. They have the Tristana late game. This is gonna be really, really scary. If Tristana just keeps getting farmed and keeps getting more and more farmed. You can look at her; she's already almost at 300 CS, along with Vlad too. Vlad is really good late game carry, and it's gonna be really, really scary to deal with those two.
Yeah, Tristana's sitting on 289 CS to DJ Cooper's 231, so definitely ahead there, and he has a little more global gold too. I think Rengar's usefulness, not say it's going to taper off, but when you start seeing like a GA picked up somewhere or a defensive item for Trist, it's going to be a lot harder for him to really 100% to zero someone.
Oh, Phantom just daydream a little bit. he decided not to help out with killing the ward.
BBC's got their base under control now. Now they're trying to force some kind of team fight if they can. The middle inhib's not pushing, but you've always got the threat of Rengar just running up and just taking it himself. They may be trying to force a complete 5v5. We haven't seen one of those all game. Or not so long ago, he's going to go to the top lane again. He's kind of dancing back and forth to see what he wants to do here.
Yeah, his team just backing up, not entirely sure yet. They're trying to make a decision here. They need to make one fast, because not so long ago's window of split pushing is going to go down.
Well, that's what gets tougher for them to try and end the game too, because when you have an inhibitor open or down, it means that you can't push that lane anymore. Obviously, it's still up right now, but I think they're trying to do some Baron. Back off. There goes not so long ago top lane again.
Yeah, his team actually has to make sure they keep the BBC here, or actually, they're just going to keep going for this Baron. Not so long ago, it's just going to draw the attention of two enemy team members over, and they're going to pick up this Baron. Glacial Prison coming down, and the Slicing Maelstrom. The Leo Panther actually just getting caught out in there, using the Cyclone, hoping to do some kind of damage and knocking them up, but not being able to do much at all. And it looks like Final Valkyrie getting caught out a little bit, jumps away, gets the Solar Flare put onto him. He's going to take a lot of damage. He just gets the flash onto him. He uses the Buster Shot, trying to get away from Kennen. Kennen just,
great Sonya's, but he can't finish up. And not so long ago, it's just destroying their base right now. Listen, minions finish off.
Right here, Strider
Final.
is just finishing off everybody. There is nothing you can do. You flash away from a cast and he's just gonna rift walk into your face.
Oh man, that's gonna be the game. Not so long ago, he just took this game on his shoulders and just started pushing.
Yeah, and you saw him really behind that early game. But again, just constantly being that nuisance top lane over and over and over, just causing so much, disruption for BBC. They just didn't know what to do. And with that, we have game number 1 going to solo as challenger.
Whew, what a crazy game, though. That was a great game played by both teams. The gold lead just shifted in Solo's favor there right at the end when they took all the towers, but they stuck with it. You're right, Ringo was behind early game, and his usefulness was definitely not limited late game. And I think, stay tuned, guys. I think we're going to try and see if we can set up a second game, best of 3 here. Let's see.
Oh man. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to say that was some really, really good coordination by Solo as challenger. Just, every time they sent Rengar top lane, the other 4 members of the team were going to do objectives. We're just pushing other areas, and they had to keep sending. If they send all 5 after Rengar just ults away, and they don't get Rengar, and they just waste a bunch of time. But if they only send 1 after Rengar, then he's just gonna stay up there and do whatever he wants, and the other 4 are gonna have to fight the other 4 of Solo's challenger. And it seemed like a 4v4 was not beneficial at all. You saw in all those fights, it was 4v4 or it was just 4v1v1v1, and it was just they kept getting caught out and just getting disrupted so much. So we're gonna have to see in the next game what's gonna come out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bet that there's a Rengar ban next game.
I would think so. They didn't have an answer for it. All game long, I think they're like, well, do we go stop them? And then they got chased down by them. We want a team fight, but how do we start that? And they just didn't have an answer for it, and it lost them the game. And you see that Rengar kept ganking mid and really shut down Mimi, which I think Mimi is considered one of their stronger carries for BBC, and ends up 3-8. And I don't know that it was a misplay on Mimi's part, but you have Sejuani and Rengar and Casted and 3-man ganking you mid. There's not much you can do there. Just even if you flash, there's just so much CC that locks you down right there.
Yeah. So
All right.
what's our status right now?
I guess now there's probably, I don't know if they get like a 5-minute break. I don't know how they're doing this and set up the next game here. I might play a little music here or something in the meantime and just kill some time. Well, I think they'll be setting up this game. And Seal, if you're still listening, figure out what you want to do about Eucrit, please. He went away. Never mind.
GG.